Hi there, welcome to Floating in Dreams. This is my decluttering series for 2024. Welcome to everybody watching today. Thank you so very much for joining me. This video is going to be 1 out of 5 different declutters that I have for you this year to clear out my makeup collection. And I know that everybody just likes to have a nosy around, so there's that as well. If you're looking for swatches, I swatched out most of my makeup collection in February, so make sure to link you to those videos down below so that you can have a peek. I have reviews up with most of these products over on the blog, or either here on the channel. So there's lots of other content that you can find where you can find, like if you're interested in looking these up. I will also have some links in the description box in case you are interested in purchasing in any of these products if they are still around, because I am part of an affiliate link program and I do have an affiliate link for most of these products as well. Just to be fully transparent here. The reason why I'm keeping the same intro around is because I always need to get a couple of things out of the way before I show you my makeup collection and before I film declutters. Please know that just because I'm decluttering my makeup collection doesn't mean you have to. I will try to rehome as many products as possible, especially if they're still really good condition. If I've only used them once or twice, they're definitely going to go to friends and family. I have a bunch of colleagues who are looking for makeup apparently, so that's where most of it is going to go probably. However, I also get rid of things because they are old or because formulas have separated or whatever. So there are also going to be a lot of things that I simply cannot pass on to people because it's just gotten to that point where I'm like, I've used this a lot. I've been into that with my finger a lot, or if it's like a product, like a lip product with a doe foot applicator, I don't necessarily feel comfortable passing that on to anyone. Please also know that just because I declutter something and it's not my favorite, that doesn't mean that it cannot be yours. I also want you to bear in mind that I do film regular content on this channel and that I have been a makeup reviewer for years. So there are a lot of products that I get to review that I kind of know in advance might not work for me. I know sometimes people feel like, why do you keep buying products by brand XYZ? Because all you do is declutter them again. I buy things to review, and that does mean that I sometimes will hang on to things because I want to keep it around to be able to film content with it. But it also means that I sometimes get rid of things because if I've bought an entire shade range of lipsticks, those aren't necessarily all going to be perfect for me, but I will keep around the 1 or 2 shades that worked for me really, really well. And those are the things that end up going into my actual makeup collection. It's just a great way to, have an overview again and clear out my makeup collection and just have it be ready for the new year. And for those people who might be new here, then it may be good to know who you're actually watching. My name is Maaike. I live in the Netherlands. I have fair skin with a cool to neutral undertone, and I have been making content for a very, very long time. My content is mainly focused around eyeshadow palettes, Estee and Catrice, but I also really enjoy getting the use out of my makeup. So I do like to do series where I go back to older products, where, I shop my stash and not only focus on the new. So if that's something you're interested in, then I hope you'd like to consider subscribing. Welcome to Declutter Part 3. This is going to be all of the eye products that aren't palettes. So this is brows, single shadows, mascara, and also eyeliner. So if there is a category where I find I have just really accumulated a lot, it is in my single, potted things, like these cream things and stuff. So there is just a lot here, and I definitely need to reorganize this when I start putting everything back into my makeup drawers, because this has gotten very out of hand. I have 2 containers here where there is one that I know it's products I want to get rid of. So I actually did a video where I swatched out all of my single cream and liquid shadows, like everything that's separate in a pot. I swatched it out in October, and when I went through that and I put everything away, I already put some products to the side where I was like, these just need to go. I know they have to go away. So I had been keeping these in a separate section of my makeup collection anyways. These are things from my Shop My Stash and newer things, so those still need to get a place. So let me put these out of the way first, so that we also have a bit of space here in the middle to talk about things. So what is in here? Let me tell you. So these are all things I'm getting rid of. This is by Dear Dahlia. This is a glitter sort of thing. It's pretty, but not something I need to keep. And then I have a bunch of Moira in here. So I got some Moira to try, and I just wasn't impressed with any of these liquid things. So these are some pigments and some of the Diamond Days liquid shadows. These didn't really do much. They were very gritty, very glittery, and all of the undertones of these didn't work for me, so that's why those are gonna go. And then I just have some older things. This Stila Glitter and Glow has dried up, so it needs to go. I didn't enjoy this NYX one, and then I have some really old, and I just feel that by now I just need to get rid of it, because I have plenty of these kind of shades in palettes and also in other parts of my makeup collection, so I am getting rid of these 4 liquid metal eyeshadows from Catrice. So these can all go. And then down here, I also have my Kaleidos highlighters. These are officially highlighters, but when I use these, I work them into eye looks. These are the Gifted and Prophecy Space Age highlighters. These are really pretty, but I find them too intense for my cheeks, and they work really well topped over other things. I very often work them into more creative looks that I like to do, so these need to stay. But then we're just gonna go in, ooh, as you can see, it doesn't even fit anymore. We're just gonna go in with the Mother Load straight away. These are all of the cream potted things and also some like powder things, liquid things that I really enjoy, but I need to go through this and I definitely need to reorganize. I have some more of these smaller cubbies, so I should be fine making that work, because I also know that there is not that much I would like to get rid of now that I have already made that selection that we just talked about. So let me get to this one first. This one has mainly like overflow and then some liquid stuff. So these are mostly like liquid shadows, and this is where I have really expanded my makeup collection in the past year or so, I feel, mainly because of this thing, the Essence Luminous Eye Tint, and I have 2 more of those. So these are new from Essence. They just released these 2 shades. Shimmering Taupe has been my favorite, so I also bought the Jade one. And this purpley thing is Glazed Candy Cloud. These are lovely. I really enjoy these, so I would like to keep those. This one from Makeup Revolution I'm going to get rid of. I really enjoy the shade. It's actually a stick on one end, but I really enjoyed the liquid one. And this is the shade right here. It's like this really intense, darker green, but I don't need to keep that in my life. I also feel the same way about this e.l.f. thing. This is one of their liquid shadows in the shade Galaxy, I think. It is really pretty. It's swatched really beautifully, which is why I kept it, but I don't think about having this product, so this can go. And I'm very sad to say that I feel similarly about these Lethal Cosmetics ones. They don't have any branding on them, do they? Oh, here they have a little bit of branding. So these are multi-chrome eyeshadows, but you can see I haven't really used them all that much. And I think that's mainly because I got wrong shades for my complexion. So this is Payload, and this is Gateway. I like these, but I don't necessarily need to keep them because I have all these smaller Essence things, and those are the shades I do like, so these Lethal ones can go. Speaking of the Essence Chrome-Ons, I still have all of these. Some of these are getting a little bit dry, so I may have to actually declutter some of these, but I like these shades, so this way I still have a multi-chrome eyeshadow in my collection. And then I have my REM Beauty Strobe Light. Love that one. The Glossier in Lit Star, which I love, keeping that one. And then I have my 2 Lisa Eldridge ones. I have Emily and Anais, and these are the 2 shades I like from the line. So I have what I like. I don't need any more. And then I have a bunch of these Sydney Grace ones. These came in mystery bags and gift with purchase. My favorite one is Divinity, which this is the shade right here on the back. It's this rose gold kind of thing. So liking that. And then I have this denim blue shade, which is called Are You Sure? Which is a really nice steely blue, which can be nice for like a smoky eye as a base. So liking that. And then I have this purple in Awakening, and that's a really nice purpley shade, so I want to keep that too. And then I just have Giorgio Armani here. This is the shade Emerald, no, Scabbard, like some sort of like beetle name. Scarab, that's the name of it. It's shade 37, and this is really pretty for another like smoky eye moment. These are really nice, so keeping that. I'm unsure whether I should keep this by now. This is super sparkly, almost like glitter-like, but I have other things that I just would use over this. This is by Holika Holika. It is their Mirror Holic. I don't remember the shade name of this, but this was really pretty. I do really enjoy it, but I just have things in my potted things that I like better than I do this. And then, because these are new things, that I have puts for the time being with my Shop My Stash products, because I didn't want to like I didn't want to lose them in my collection, you could say. So these are from Catrice. These are the liquid shadows in these like pastel shades, and then Essence has these eye glosses, and Catrice has an eye gloss as well. And then these are also from Essence in the Chili Vanilla collection. That's what those came from. So these these Essence ones I want to put here. I do really like these. I did a look with these pastel-y things, and I really like the look that came out of it. They are sheer but buildable, so I want to keep these from Catrice for sure. These dewy things, I bought them to have them in the video, but these just, like, these are super sticky, and I know I will not get the use out of it. And this, I did put it on top, and it made my makeup crease so terribly, which is what I had expected. Like, an eye gloss, people, it's gonna crease. It's not gonna be, like, super long-lasting. So, and I don't really normally go for these kind of things. But if you want to try an eye gloss, then know that they now do them at the drugstore. So I do like this. And then I have those 3 liquids from Catrice. This is from last year's holiday collection, so holiday 2022, and I don't need to keep it around. I have plenty of green shades like this. I bought it to review it, to put it in that video. I don't think I actually ever did. And I think one of the worst mistakes I ever made, these were limited edition from Charlotte Tilbury. These are the Pop Shadows. I bought, Pop Shot shadows in Smoky Quartz. This one I'm inclined to keep because it is a taupe, essentially. So I do like that, but I have plenty of taupe things in my actual singles. And then this was like the multi-chromey one. I have plenty of multi-chromes in my palettes and in my single shadows, so I didn't really need this. This is the shade Cosmic Rocks, and I think I'm going to get rid of this one because it's just too similar to other things, and formula-wise, these are really not that special. The packaging looks very fun, but this, if you missed out on these, you didn't miss out on anything. You just didn't. This shade from MAC, I keep it around because it's in the cute packaging. I've had this for years. It's Sea Worship in the Extra Dimension formula, and I have just found that I don't reach for these olivey sort of green tones anymore, so I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm also going to get rid of this metallic from Kiko. This is one of their glitter shower eyeshadows. This is really pretty, but it's essentially a silver metallic, and I have silver metallics a million times over in my makeup collection, so I don't need to keep it as a single. This is a really nice formula, though. One of the reasons why I feel like maybe I should get rid of the other Charlotte Tilbury one as well, I now think, because I have this from Clavu, and these I put in my 2023 favorites. They're a K-beauty brand, and I like it. This is the shade Glam Brown, and I just like this texture. It's a little bit more, like, workable than the Charlotte Tilbury one. And then I have Silver Lilac, which I also love. So these I'm definitely going to keep. And I'll just keep the Charlotte Tilbury one for, like, another round. One of my favorite ever neutrally toned single shadows is by Burberry. This is the shade Rosewood. Yes, Rosewood. This is no longer around. I mean, Burberry went defunct like years ago, but I still love this thing. So I do want to keep it for that reason. This I liked. This is the Blessed Moon Like a Shadow in the shade Black Swan. And this is that K-beauty super flaky, toppery kind of thing. But look at that shimmer. It's so, so pretty. And this is definitely that like glittery, sparkly thing that you see all over Chinese and K-beauty TikTok. I do want to keep this one. It's really pretty. Then we have these Moira. These are actually cream shadows. They are called the Lucent Cream Shadows. I have the shade Infinity. And I have, this is really pretty. It's very similar to the Clavu, only in a cream. And then I have the shade Jupiter. Jupiter is also really pretty. These are very sort of like that wet look kind of vibe. So these are nice, but I need to put them with my creams rather than with my powders. I have two of the new water shadows from Kiko. I have the shade Taupe and I have the shade Mauve. Oh, you can't see them. So let me put them here. This way you can see them better. And then I have 4 of the old Kiko formula from the water shadow. I do like the sleekness of the new packaging. This is the shade, I think this is Rosy Taupe, which I actually repurchased after decluttering them. And this is another taupe shade. And I think, yeah, this is the light taupe. And here I think is the dark green one that I have. So this is why I can get rid of that other Kiko eyeshadow I just got rid of, and also the Charlotte Tilbury. So this is really pretty. And I don't want to get rid of any of these because these are now gone. Like they're going to be discontinued very, very soon. They had to be reformulated. The new formula is really nice, but they don't do the same shades, even though they have the same names. So this is the light taupe from the old collection, and this is the one they now call light taupe. They're nothing alike. So this is a warmer taupe. The other two are more gray leaning. So I do like them. Like if I just judge these new ones from their own accord, I really like them, but they're not the same. They're not the same. And then we just have some creamy things here. These are by Trinity London. This is the shade Mystery, which is like a taupey number, but these are creams, so again, they need to go with my creams. And this is Chalice, which is a smoky shade. Really nice. These do sheer out quite a bit if you use them with fingers, I find. But they work nicely together and they're great for travel. And then these are new to me from Moira. These are the Star Show Shadows. And these have the little stopper. They're very similar in texture to some of the Victoria Beckham stuff I'll show you in a second. So this is really pretty. And this is the shade, does it say anywhere? Muse. And this is the shade Eureka. And I think Eureka is my favorite of the two. Here we have Eureka. The thing from Moira that I like a little less, I think, are these just standard cream shadows, and it's mainly because of the shades. This is the Everlust Shimmer Shadow. This green shade is just a little bit weird. And then I have this thing, which is again a bit of a letdown in terms of like the shade. It's just a straight up gray. It looked really dimensional in the swatches I could find on the website, but this is not that special. So these, I think, I want to get rid of. Like, that's the thing with Moira. Like, they make everything look really pretty in their pictures online, but then you get it home, and I've just been a little bit disappointed with how things swatch on my skin tone, and it's just not looking the best. So something I was impressed by that is a drugstore brand that does cream shadow is Mina. So they do this really nice taupey number. Here again, I've kept the little things in, but look at that. This is a little bit more plummy in its undertone, so it's not as flat as the Moira one I just decluttered. And then they also do it in this really nice, like brighter, intense blue. Look at how stunning that is. If you're looking for good colorful makeup and you're in the EU, definitely check out Mina. They are available from Superdrug in the UK. There you can find it in store, which I thought was a surprise to me anyways. And you can find them online through Zalando in case you don't have access to Spanish shipping or whatever. Then we have two of these Kiko moussey things. So again, old formula, new formula. That's the way it works. The old formula is my favorite. This is 07 Rosy Silver. This was really pretty. This I'd like to keep. But the other one, I just didn't like the texture of. This is 06. I don't remember the name. And it's just a little bit dark for me. And it feels so much drier than the old formula. The old formula is more creamy, and this is a bit more moussey. So this I think I'm going to declutter because I don't love the shade. The REM Beauty Cream Shadow in Affirmation. This I like topping over the Mina eyeshadow I just showed you. Not sure how this is going to look. There we go. This has since been discontinued because it seems as if it just dries up far too quickly. So I hope they reformulate these and that they come back with them, because this shade is really pretty and I'm going to keep it around until it dries up completely. I find with this that if you take a spatula or something like a toothpick and you just swirl it around again, you can revive it pretty easily. It gets a layer on top. So that's something to bear in mind. We'll get to those in a second. I have one from H&M, and this is Dauphine Truffle, which is essentially like a cooler tone brown shade that I like to use sometimes as a base underneath some of the ColourPop things that are coming up. I have Holika's Moon Flash. This is the one I like to keep over the mirror. Holic, this is the thing I'm decluttering that other thing for, because this is just stunning. And this is more of like a cream formula. So I do need to make sure I put everything back in place so things don't dry out. We'll get to the ColourPop stuff in a second. We have some Victoria Beckham lid lusters. I got 2 more of these in the Black Friday sales. This is Midnight, which is a really nice blue. And I want to put this in an upcoming look. By the time you're watching this, I will have done that. So I'm pre-filming this, and I will be doing a look with the blue eyeshadow palette that I have from them in Royal, and I want to incorporate this. Then we have Velvet, which is my other new shade, and this is why I can get rid of some of those other things I just got rid of, because this is essentially that olivey gold shade that I decluttered the MAC for, so I can get rid of that. This is Onyx. This one was sent to me in PR. And this is essentially like a black, like a charcoal gray more so, I feel. And then the one I first bought, this is the thing that set the whole thing off. I went to Dover Street to the Victoria Beckham store in London and picked up Mink. If you're looking for a darker taupe shade, this is really pretty. And these are essentially powder shadows, but they apply like a cream. So you can apply them with fingers or with brushes. You just have options. And then we have these 2 multi-chrome flake things from Essence. I did play with these, and they are nice, but these burn. So there's a pinky tone one, and there's this purpley toned one. They are really nice if you want to get creative, but use them on your face rather than on the eye area. I've used them once or twice, and as pretty as they are for parties and things like that, it's just not worth it. These are an eye infection waiting to happen. Alright, so now we have Lily by Red here. This is the Glitter Zone eyeshadow in 08. This is essentially just a pressed glitter. It's similar to the Blessed Moon one that I'm keeping. And I like the Blessed Moon one better because it has a little bit of a better shade. This is very pink, so that's why I'm decluttering this one. This was sent to me because I'm part of the YESSTYLE influencer program. That's not because they asked me to. It's one of the things where if you spend over a certain amount within a given time period on the website, everybody can become a YESSTYLE influencer. And that's how I got it. So that's why there's a code in my description box as well. So here we have an oldie but a goodie, which I'm going to declutter, but this is going to go into a makeup memory box. This is New Moon from Chanel, and this is so dry. It still works. It works beautifully, but I think I now have other things like this that I would reach for over this for sure, but this is an oldie but a goodie. I bought this upon the recommendation of Lisa Eldridge years ago, and it just needs to go into a makeup memory box because it's bougie and chic, and even though it's old, I could still make this work. I could still put it on my lids for sure, but I don't reach for it. Something I've bought and then didn't really play with are these Jelly Mutt shadows from ColourPop. I really wanted to try the formula, but look at how dry some of these are. This is Drama Season. This is Alt Kit. This is one that I would like to keep. And then I have this really dark one, which is Emo Inside. That's gonna go. And this Please one, which is just a bright purple. I don't need either. These are the two I'd like to keep, even though they are probably the driest. But I remember when I swatched these, they worked quite well. These can be nice as toppers, and they have been sitting on their sides, so that's probably why they look like this. Yeah, those I would like to keep. And then I have a whole host of my ColourPop Super Shocks. If I go for a cream shadow, for years, my favorite was the ColourPop Super Shock, which is why I have so many. But they're all fairly neutral shades, and again, I think I can get rid of some things because I haven't done what I normally do with these for a while. Ritz, I have a backup of because I've hit pan, and I wear this all the time when I travel, so that's an easy keep. Together with So Quiche, another one I have a backup of, really pretty, and I take these traveling very often, and these are very often the only eyeshadow I use, so those I'm going to keep. I'm going to get rid of Dance Party. I've always kept it around because I used to layer this under a particular eyeshadow I have from Nabla, which I still have, but I have incorporated the Nabla eyeshadow into my singles, and that's why I don't need to keep that. I have Rooftop Cocktails, which is a really pretty blue, green, brown duochrome kind of thing, but I don't reach for something like this as a cream. I've got plenty of powders that do that, but I would like to keep these neutrally things. This is Sailor, and Sailor is essentially Ritz, but with a like blue-green kind of flash. I have I Heart This, which is a taupe, which it's like a more intense version of Ritz, I would say. It's not really focusing because there's too much going on in the background, but here we have I Heart This. I decluttered that and then repurchased it, so I'm not going to get rid of that one. And then I have Frog, which is really pretty. This is the one that I like to put over the H&M one. This is a really nice sparkly thing as well. So those I want to keep. But these three purpley things, these came in the Lavish collection, I believe. This is Social BB, which is essentially Dance Party, but a bit more gray toned. So these deeper things, I just don't reach for them. Sometimes for smoky eyes, I like to go in with like a cream to deepen up the base, but that's about it. This Periwinkle is pretty. So surreal. So pretty. But I have this as eyeshadow. I don't need it in a cream. And then the one that I'm inclined to keep is Angelic, which is essentially Ritz, but in a lavender. Again, do I need this in my life? This I might like to keep around, just to have one thing. So I like the lighter things usually, more so than anything else. Okay, I needed one extra cubby to fit it all in, but we're doing fine. And here we have my last section of like single things that aren't like palette related stuff. These are all glitters and pigments and things like that. So let me grab those. And this is an area that I've condensed down so much over the years because I don't really reach for them. I love these Sydney Grace pigments, but look at how big these are. I don't even know the names. This is Firelight Glow, but this doesn't have a name on. I think it was Comforting Lights. I think the sticker fell off. But yeah, these are humongous, but they are pretty. Then I have two NYX glitters in a red and in a teal. Like if I ever want to do a glittery look, I have them. That's sort of why I keep them. And then I have MAC Vanilla. And this is one of the things where I'm like, I might be able to use this up because I'm very close to using up my eyeshadow that I set my base with every day, my eyeshadow base. This could be like the next thing that I can use for that, and this is going to last me a lifetime. I might just have to press it into a pan though for me to really get the use out of it. But this is the Vanilla Pigment. I used to have the Vanilla Single Eyeshadow, but I think I can make this work and use it as part of my everyday makeup stash. This is a Sydney Grace thing that was pressed or like put into this little container for me. This is the shade Glee. Can I get this open? Yeah. So this is a pigment. It's a little bit dark for my liking. So this is one I'm going to declutter, I'm afraid, because I haven't reached for it ever since I got it. Then I have this glitter from Sydney Grace. This came in a mystery bag. Again, this is Mint to Be, and it's got like really pretty sparkles. So I could keep that. And then this is a pigment from Jade. I picked this up when I was in New York. I believe the shade is called Mirror Ball, and it's really, really pretty. Essentially, it's like, this is a little bit like the shade that you can expect. It's like a taupey base with a green flash. It's really pretty. So those I'd like to keep. We've got some there. I don't mind that. And then we just have brows, eyeliners, and loads of mascara. And there we also need to go into what I am currently using as part of my Shop My Stash. None of this is going to go, but I have the Kiko eyeshadow base that I'm using every single day. I'm using a Kiko mascara at the moment. I always have the Catrice Glam & Doll in there because I love it. For brows, I've been on this combo for quite some time. The Face Shop Eyebrow Pencil and the Refi Eyebrow Gel. Those are still going strong. And then I have the new Essence Call Me Queen mascara in there as the backup to go into when I use the Kiko one. And then my MAC Paint Pot. Are you ready for this? This is looking gross because I've scraped it out so that I can get all the use out of this. But yeah, this is essentially being used up as we speak. And then this is my Yogurt little single eyeshadow. And I'm thinking maybe I can like keep the pan, but press the vanilla pigment into this and just use it as a eyeshadow to set my MAC Paint Pot with. That could be an idea, you know. For brows, let me do mascara first because it's all like here in the front. These are my mascaras, and I think also some eye primers are in here. Eyeshadow primers. As you can see, I am currently using the Kiko one, and I want to use the Milani next because that's my other favorite eyeshadow primer. And that means I'm going to be decluttering all of these minis from Lorac. These came with palettes. I've decluttered the palettes since then. And it's the behind the scenes eye primer. This is a good eye primer. It really is, but I don't use it. And these are unopened, so I can easily pass them on to other people. I have some more here. I have the Alter Ego. Not really interested in it. This was sent to me by the brand. I wanted to try some of their products. And now I have. I'm like, don't need to keep it around. This is nice. This is the NYX eyeshadow primer. And this is one I bought for a full face of NYX. And then I was like, oh yeah, I remember liking the NYX eyeshadow primer. So that's something I can keep in backup. And then I just have the NYX glitter primer here for when I want to apply glitter. And as I mentioned, then we have mascara. Now I only ever use mascara or buy mascara when it's on sale or if there's like a new Essence or Catrice thing. So this is one that you guys told me to buy. This is the Pure Volume from Catrice in the shade Burgundy Brown. And I was just intrigued and I was like, okay, I'll try it at some point. So this could be like, maybe when I do my next Shop My Stash, maybe to Call Me Queen, and then this one from Catrice can go into my Shop My Stash. The Maybelline Falsies Lash Lift, I've got some more here. As I mentioned, I buy these when they go on sale. Buy one, get one free. I get 2 of these all the time because else they're just a bit expensive for what it is I find. And then I have 2 Essence ones in here. My favorite, the Lash Princess. Whenever I use these up, I buy a new one. And then I have the Lash Without Limits. I bought this in the brown and in the black. This is the black one. I used up the brown one and really loved it. And then I just have some other favorites. And as you can tell, I'm really in my brown mascara sort of moment. Because I have 2 more of the black brown shade from the Lash Paradise, which is right here. So that's these ones. The Lash Paradise from L'Oreal is one of my favorites. And I just need to take these out of the packaging and put them in the cubby. Same thing for these other 2 Falsies Lash Lift from Maybelline. And then I have one from What's Up Beauty because they sent me some PR and they were like, would you mind trying our mascara? And I'm like, of course not. So I still have yet to try it, but I will be trying the Watch Me mascara from What's Up Beauty. These are brow products, and Duraline from Inglot if you want to mix anything up. That's really helpful. I have 2 more of the Soap and Glory Archery Brow Pencils. Because of that Face Shop thing still going strong, I haven't gone back to these. As you can see, they've changed the packaging ever since I bought these. This is my favorite brow pencil of all time. I get it in the shade Blonde, and I get the one with the spoolie and the tip applicator. You also have, I'm not sure they still do it, but they used to have one where you also have a brush end on the other end. Then we have this NYX thing, which just looks like a weapon. This was okay. I tend to generally like NYX brow pencils, but with how long the Face Shop is lasting me, I don't need to keep this. And, oh, I have another one of the Soap and Glory ones, but without the box. Okay. Then I have some of these brow gels as well. So when the Refi is used up, I'll go into some of these. I have one more of the Essence Make Me Brow, which is one of my all-time favorites. We all know about my love for that thing. This thing, the Made to Stay from Kitefelt, was impressive. I think I might want to try that next. And then I accidentally bought 2 of the e.l.f. Wow Brow, but I do like the product, so I'm going to keep both, like them both. And just in case I want something to do differently with my brows and I don't want the pencil, I have this little brow powder set from Catrice, which I like. And then I also have one of the Catrice eyebrow pencils. So there's one thing that we're getting rid of here and everything else can stay. Here we have eyeliner, liquid liner, and here we have, oh, another black one. Is that why I kept it in the box? I don't know. Why did I keep the black Kiko one in the box? Nobody knows. It's a mystery. I have a green one from L'Oreal. I don't use a lot of liquid or gel liner, but I like to have it on hand. That's just the way it goes. Still have some fluid lines from MAC. These are still going strong, even though they're old. I have Black Track, Dark Diversion, and Dip Brown. That's what it's called. But they still work. And something that also still works is this Bobbi Brown dark green in shimmering ink. The shimmering ink in Ivy, which is really pretty. And then I just have a bunch of these things. So I have 2 of the Essence dip eyeliners. These are the liquid inks in a brown and in a black. So love it when they do brown liquid liner. You can't always find that. And then they did a bunch of new things and I was like, oh, I'll try it, but I don't like these. Like if I go for a pen eyeliner, I go for, this is a Catrice one, I go for the Kiko ones. So those I want to keep. So I've got the purple, the green, the blue, the brown, and the black now. Got a lot of different colors. And then Catrice did this really nice pale blue in their current makeup collection. So wanted to try that. This is a waterproof one. So this could be another one to keep just in case. A waterproof eyeliner. And then I have these fun ones from Essence that I keep year after year. They were the Crystal Crush eyeliners in this really nice dark green and like a teal shade. They're very pretty. I can't get rid of those because they're just so pretty. And these 2 I'm going to get rid of. Which brings me to this. And this I just recently reorganized when I reorganized some lipsticks as well. I used to keep lipsticks in this thing, but it wasn't tall enough for most of my lipsticks, so not everything fit. So I decided to buy some other organizers for my lipsticks and put my eyeliners in here. Then I've been really liking it ever since because it's clear. I can see all the colors here, and I can very easily find what it is I'm looking for. So yeah, I can just rummage through this. It's not full yet, so I'm feeling I don't need to get rid of any of my pencil eyeliners. These are all eyeshadow sticks. A lot of them are Kiko. I've got some glitter eyeliners from K-Beauty brands. I've got Catrice in here, Essence, Lisa Eldridge, RERE Beauty. I've got some Victoria Beckham things in here. Those I love. Those were sent to me in PR, but I loved them so much that I got some more in the Black Friday sales. There's just a whole host of brands in here, and yeah, I really like having a variety of things. So this way I can keep them dust-free, out of the way, and they are still front and center in my on my vanity, so I can easily grab for them if I'm looking for a pencil or stick eyeshadow. And that brings me to the tower we have here, and these are all of my single pen eyeshadows, and some of these palettes are going to be empty, like the Z palette, which means I have room to grow. I did reorganize this in October, and I don't think, unless there is a lot in my eyeshadow palette collection video that I want to declutter and that I want to pull shades out of, then I won't be reorganizing this anytime soon. 2 stray, like, overflow shades are in here. I think this one is filled with the things from the Sydney Gray. Oh no! What happened here? It's an entire eyeshadow that just... Ooh, that wasn't well pressed. These are, I was saying that these are mystery bag eyeshadows from Sydney Grace. No, this is a Glam Shop shadow in medium brown. So as I was saying, these are shades that were in a Sydney Grace mystery bag as well. And then I had some other Glam Shop things in here, so I've now pressed this one in here. So yeah, that's what we've got going on in this palette. This is why I have a towel laid down when I do declutters, because you never know if something might be broken. And what I did when I last reorganized my palettes is that this is now my matte neutral palette. There's a system here, you guys. These are like satin shimmer neutrals. And then we'll go in order because it makes a bit more sense. These are high shine shimmers in a neutral shade. These are like super intense, super shimmery, foily, that sort of thing. My Inglot shades I think of as my pastel palette because this has a lot of pastels in, and these are super old, but they're very pretty. In here, I have overflow from my Menagerie palettes, and part of me wants to get rid of this, but I do like some of these shades individually, so I'm gonna keep it around. I put all of my purples together in one palette. Purple palette. I have all of my blues together, which is very satisfying. And then I have a green palette. There we go. And then I just have special shades. Well, not really. This is all of my Clionadh stained glass. As you can see, I still have a bit of room to grow, but maybe in 2024 I might place another order for some more of the Clionadh shades. And this nice little grid are all of my Lethal eyeshadows by Lethal Cosmetics. And these are all of the multi-chrome, duochrome kind of shades that aren't Clionadh. That's what's going on here. And those 2 stray ones are supposed to go in here somewhere, but it doesn't really fit. I've got a whole host of brands in here. There are some stray Makeup Geek things in here. I believe these are ColourPop. These are some Divina. I've got Terra Moons in here. What's it called? Touch of Glam is in here as well. So there's a very big variety of shades here. So nothing to get rid of there. I don't think I did super well, but I just was able to reorganize things in such a way that it's a little bit more consolidated. And I really did get rid of the things that are just superfluous. So let me just pivot you to the right there. This is what I'm getting rid of in terms of like single shadows and things like that. I really hope you enjoyed watching today's video. Thank you so very much for joining me for my third declutter, which is all eye related but not palettes, because we'll get to that when we get to those. And yeah, thank you so very much for joining me here today. I hope you really enjoyed seeing this part of my makeup collection as well. I've got 2 more declutters coming your way. Of course, I do make regular content on this channel as well. I post 4 times a week. I also have a second channel where I talk about books, lifestyle, a bit of fashion, and I have a blog where I review all of the makeup that I try. So if you stay tuned on any of those spaces, I will see you there. For now, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thumbs it up, subscribe to the channel, and then I hope to see you in my next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.